Hey guys, so I want to answer a question that I get asked a lot about cleaning my tarot cards, and then I'm going to show you how I clean my tarot cards, which is really a easy, painless process. So the question I get asked a lot about tarot cards is, how do you clean tarot cards? How often should I clean my tarot cards? When is a good time to clean my tarot cards? Obviously, I am a professional tarot card reader, intuitive healer, so I use my tarot cards a lot. However, I keep a second deck of tarot cards. Well, I have a lot of decks, but I have a deck of tarot cards that I use only for myself, so I don't put anyone else's energy in them. So I'm going to answer this question based on if you just use tarot for yourself, but then I'll also answer it for those of you all who may be giving readings to other people from time to time. When I use my own personal tarot deck for myself, for my own energy, I clean my cards at least once a month unless I feel like I need to clean them more frequently. And so, why do I say once a month? Because once a month, whenever you're doing anything with spirituality, it is really good just to start over fresh, to clear out the energy of that month as we're moving into a new lunar cycle, as we're moving into a new month. You just kind of want to clear off whatever lingering energy is trapped in your cards, whatever questions you may have been asking or focusing on, because as you move into a new cycle, into a new phase, there will be new questions, there'll be new energy. So it's just good to kind of cleanse out whatever was lingering. Bare minimal for your own personal cards, I would say at least once a month. However, sometimes, and we all have these times where something may be really heavy on our mind and we're like asking tarot a question more frequently, or there may just be something really heavy that you're dealing with, a difficult situation, when your energy is heavy, down, depressed, sad, or something like that. You can clean your energy of your cards a little bit more frequently, definitely as needed, because that energy can get trapped in your cards. This is a very intuitive process. You will feel when it's a good time to cleanse your cards. You don't have to have on the 5th of every month, I'm cleaning my cards. Unless you want to do that. It's totally up to you. So trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your intuition. But I would say bare minimum for a personal deck or a deck that you're just using on yourself or that's not getting a lot of action, do it once a month. Now, if you are reading tarot for other people, and it doesn't even mean if you're professionally, if you just maybe branching out, giving tarot readings to your friend or something like that, I would say cleanse your tarot cards after each reading. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't always do that. I'm going to be honest. I don't always do it. So the reason I'm sharing that with you is that if you don't do it, it doesn't mean it's going to mess up your reading. Absolutely not, because your intentions that you're setting for your cards will trump or outweigh any lingering energies. However, it is a good practice to cleanse your cards after every reading or at least once a day. That is when I suggest cleaning your cards. At least once a month for personal use and a little more often every day, after every reading or every day or every couple of days if you are doing readings for other people. How do you clean your cards? So when I'm doing kind of cleanings in between a good cleaning or a bit cleaning, so maybe if just a day I'm like, oh, I need to cleanse my card, or if it's in between readings or something, I tend to use Palo Santo. Palo Santo is really great because it is cleansing and clearing, but it also has good energy. So it will clean away stagnant old energy, but also raise the vibration of what's there. So it's it takes away and it adds all at the same time. And you can just do a few waves and boom, you're done. Palo Santo is really good for quick cleansing or cleansing in between deeper cleansing. So a deeper clean, the monthly clean that I do, that is when I use sage. And the reason I use sage is because sage is like the bleach of cleansing herbs. It gets rid of everything, okay? Similarly, it gets rid of everything like bleach, but it doesn't necessarily add anything to it. So sage is a cleanser and a purifier. So it cleans the slate. It gets rid of everything, but then it's just super squeaky clean. So nothing is wrong with that. However, when we're working with energy, we know we want to have a vibe. We know that we want to have a certain energy. So therefore, after I use sage for a deep cleansing, I always charge my tarot cards with a crystal. Here is how I do my more deeper cleansing of my cards. Like I said, my monthly deep cleanse, or whenever I feel like, there's been a lot of heavy energy and I just want to get everything out and cleanse and shift the energy. So I first start, and it's really quick and easy. It does not take a lot of time. Again, for this part, you want to use the sage. Sage is the deep cleanse. It is the bleach of cleansing, spiritual things, whether it's your spiritual tools, whether it's yourself. And when I do this, I am going to take a couple cards at a time, and I just cleanse the energy. I like to fan them out so that each card gets a little bit of the smoke or the smudge. I will flip them over. You can definitely go one by one if you want to. I don't have that much patience. There are 72, 74 cards in a tarot deck. And if you're doing an oracle deck, it could be even more. So if you could do 4, 5, or 6 at a time, save yourself some time and energy. So you're going to go forward, go on, and so forth until you have all of the cards cleansed and smudged. Okay. Do it like that. And then once you have the whole deck done, I like to charge, because like I said, the sage is going to cleanse everything out. So then you want to put some good energy back into your cards. Now your cards will not have bad energy, obviously, but for me, setting an intention, creating a vibe is just a really big part of my personal spiritual practice. Crystals I usually use with my tarot cards or my oracle cards are going to be crystals or stones that elevate connection to spirit, that elevate communication, that elevate mental clarity, and that may moderate emotions. And the reason for the moderation of emotions is because I don't want my own energy to impact the intuitive guidance. So I like for the energy to be calm, cool, balanced, clear, concise, and connected to spirit. Some of my go-to crystals is amethyst. Amethyst is a very kind of spiritual. It connects with spirit. It connects with spiritual messages. The purple obviously connects to the crown chakra, which is the top of our heads, where we pull in intuitive messages. Amethyst is also balancing. It makes sure that you don't moderate, that it makes sure that you do moderate, that you don't have too much of anything. You kind of keep things into flow and balance. So I really like amethyst for my oracle cards. And then blue kyanite, similarly, is connected to communication, connected to the throat chakra, and also connecting to spirit, spiritual messages, and kind of keeping things kind of balanced. So these are two of my go-to crystals. There are obviously a lot others that you can use, but I simply will place the stone on top of my cards, and I will just set it out, and I will leave it like this. I usually do this overnight, and that is how I do my deep cleansing of my tarot cards. I will do this when I first get a deck. I would do this monthly for a deep cleanse, and I will also do this whenever I feel it's just time to clear out any heavy energy from my tarot cards. So I hope this is helpful. Let me know how this works for you, or how you feel about it if you try it yourself. And if you have any other questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments or shoot me an email. I may do a follow-up video and answer your question.